In the US, the Pentagon had been doing a study and discovered there were far too many generals, and some of them approaching a senior age bracket. So they decided to have a scheme where for any general who was willing to retire immediately, they could go and receive full benefits, plus they'd receive $10,000 per inch for the distance of any 2 points on their body that they could select. So they started having the meetings, and the first general came in, and he picked as his body parts from the top of his head to the soles of his feet. And it turned out to be exactly 6 foot. So they wrote a check for him instantly for $720,000. The next general came in, and his points were the tips of his fingers to the tips of his toes, and he raised his arms above his head, and that worked out to 8 foot. So they wrote a check for $960,000. The third general came in, who was an old Marine Corps general, and he said, and they asked him what parts he picked, and he said, from the tip of my groin to my testicles. And they thought, well, that's a bit strange, especially after the last two generals had got such big payouts and that. But they called in the medical officer, and he said, okay, then drop your pants. And he put the end of his tape measure against the general's groin and started to go down and down and down. And he looked after it, and the general said, where are your testicles? And the general said, Vietnam.